Imagine a world where every human speaks one language, obeys one ruler, and shares one goal to storm the very gates of heaven. That's not science fiction. That's ancient history. That's the Tower of Babel. But what if I told you the project was never abandoned, that the blueprints were preserved, that in the shadows of our modern cities, it's being rebuilt? You may think this is just another biblical story, a myth, a tale told to children. But today, we peel back the curtain on a truth so terrifying, so prophetic. It's been buried by governments, rewritten by scholars, and mocked by the media. And yet, the signs are everywhere. In architecture, in technology, in prophecy, in the plans of the powerful. This is not just about an ancient tower. This is about a rebellion that never ended. Let's go back, way back, to the plains of Shinar. Post-flood, Noah's descendants settled in a fertile valley and birthed a vision, not of peace, not of worship, but of pride. In Genesis 11, they said, "Come, let us build ourselves a city and a tower with its top in the heavens, and let us make a name for ourselves, lest we be scattered." This wasn't about survival, it was about domination. The man at the center of it? Nimrod. A mighty hunter before the Lord, yes, but also a tyrant, a rebel, a king who would become a god in the eyes of men. Extra-biblical texts like the Book of Jubilees and the writings of Flavius Josephus paint Nimrod as a man who dared to wage war against heaven. Think about that. A mortal man, waging war on God. And God came down. Not with fire or lightning, but with confusion. Language shattered, unity dissolved, the project stopped. Or did it? Thousands of years ago, God scrambled humanity's speech. But today, AI unscrambles it again. Real-time translation, voice cloning, neural networks that learn, adapt, and predict. You no longer need to understand another language. You just need an app. For the first time since Babel, humanity is once again united under a single tongue. Not a spoken language, but a digital one. Binary, code, algorithms. And with one language comes one mind, one vision, one system. The internet isn't just a tool. It's a new tower. A tower built from data. Bricks replaced by bits. They thought confusion would scatter us, but the digital age is regathering us. Global memes replace cultural boundaries. Viral trends become universal worship. We are, without even realizing it, re-entering Shinar. Let's talk buildings, not homes, not temples, towers, skyscrapers, obelisks. In the heart of Strasbourg, France, the headquarters of the European Parliament, sits a building that looks oddly unfinished. That's because it was designed to mirror Peter Bruegel's 1563 painting of the Tower of Babel. They're not hiding it. They're honoring it. Why? Because Babel wasn't just a tower. It was a symbol, a declaration. We will ascend. Burj Khalifa in Dubai, currently the tallest building on Earth, is named after a leader whose roots trace to ancient Babylonian nobility. The One World Trade Center in New York stands at 1,176 feet, a nod to rebellion, a new world, a new order. These aren't coincidences. They're monuments, markers. The descendants of Babel still build, still rise, still challenge. Behind the scenes, secret societies keep the vision of Babel alive. The Freemasons, the Rosicrucians, the Illuminati. They all trace their roots to Babylon, to mystery religions, to the promise of man becoming God. Masonic tracing boards feature stairways to heaven, twin pillars, all-seeing eyes, not random. Ritual. Babylon worshipped knowledge over obedience, science over surrender. It believed in building upward, not toward God, but to become gods. And today, that same idea is repackaged in books, media, even children's movies. Ascension. Divinity within. You are enough. But the Bible tells us, pride comes before a fall. Let's talk now. Right now, the 21st century. Global currency, in development, digital identity, already in use, world government, once laughed at, now openly discussed. The World Economic Forum says, "You will own nothing and you will be happy." The UN is planning a global summit of the future in 2025. And Agenda 2030? It's not just a plan. It's prophecy in motion. Babel is rising, not with bricks, but with systems, surveillance, censorship, synthetic control, and it's moving fast because the builders are behind schedule and the hourglass is running out. Revelation 17 speaks of a great prostitute, Babylon the Great, clothed in purple, drunk on the blood of saints. She isn't a city, she's a system, a spiritual empire of rebellion. And Revelation 18 says, "Fallen, fallen is Babylon the Great." But before the fall comes the rise. Zechariah 5 speaks of a woman carried in a basket. Where is she taken? To Shinar, to build a house. The same place Babel stood. The prophets warned us Babylon would rise again. And when it does, judgment follows. If you're watching this, it's not by accident. You're meant to see, to know, to awaken. Don't get swept up in the tower. Don't follow the crowd. Don't chase unity without truth. You were born for this hour, like Esther, like Daniel, like Elijah. Read the word, know the signs, stand apart. While the world builds towers, we build altars. While they rise in rebellion, we bow in worship. Because only one kingdom will remain, and it's not made by man. They thought they could build a tower to the heavens, but heaven is coming down. The Tower of Babel was never truly destroyed. It was just paused. And now in our time, it resumes. The question is, whose kingdom are you building?